I have 5 secrets that I've learned from over 25 years of experience in successfully helping people and families with personal injury and wrongful death cases. Secret number 1, recorded statements can hurt your claim. Insurance companies go out of their way to encourage people to give them a recorded statement. They do this to help reduce the amount of money they will have to pay on a claim. The reason that recorded statements are so tricky is that most people think that they won't hurt their case by giving the adjuster a recorded statement, or they think that they have to give a recorded statement or else the insurance company won't fix their car or pay their bills. But before you give a recorded statement, get the help of a lawyer. Let him tell you if you have to give a statement or not, and let him tell you what questions you do or don't have to answer. Here is how and why recorded statements are so dangerous. The questions they ask you are designed to be used against you later. For example, they will ask you what injuries you received from the accident. If you leave out one injury, they will later accuse you of lying and say, now you complain of a knee injury, but when we took your recorded statement right after the accident, you didn't say anything about a knee injury, so you must be making this up to make a profit from the accident case. The second biggest way that they use a recorded statement against you is by getting you to guess at an answer about how the crash happened, or get you to say that you don't know something about the accident. Then later use this against you. For example, they may ask, how fast was the guy going who rear-ended you? And you might think that he was going at least 45 miles per hour. And you just say that since the crash really felt hard. But later, the facts indicate that the property damage was minor and that his speed was closer to 10 or 15 miles per hour. So then they may say, wow, you were really exaggerating the speed when we took your statement, so are you now exaggerating your injuries today? See how tricky this can be? Or another example is when they ask you where the other car came from, and you say, I don't know. They then make up a plausible explanation of why their insured was not at fault, since you can't say what they did wrong. The only reason you answered, I don't know, is because you did not have enough time to really investigate the whole thing or see all the information and evidence. And so when you gave the recorded statement, it was unfair to you since you were not yet fully able to know many things about how the accident happened. And secret number 2, insurance companies hope you don't talk to a lawyer. Documents maintained by some insurance companies show that they track lawyers' experience and success and that they adjust their settlement offers based upon the reputation of the attorney. Consider this real-life example from our law firm. A young woman was rear-ended in a car crash and it damaged a breast implant. She tried to settle the case herself and only received low offers. The young woman thought these offers were too low and she hired me to help her. The insurance company wouldn't budge until I told them that we wouldn't take a penny less than their $100,000 policy limits and that they had 3 days to pay, or else I was withdrawing the settlement offer and was going to sue their insured and let a jury decide what would be fair compensation for my client's losses. Interestingly enough, with my help, her case was settled in those 3 remaining days for the full policy limits of $100,000. This is just one example of why insurance companies want to settle the cases before you speak to a lawyer. Secret number 3, it's very important for you to tell your doctor everything about your injuries from the accident on the first visit. Documenting the truth about your injuries is the key to getting a fair settlement. Going to the doctor when you need treatment and telling your doctor everything that's bothering you is vitally important to your case. Here's an example of why this is so important. Let's say you have a neck injury that's really troubling you, and your knee also hurts a little from the accident. You go to the doctor, and for the first 3 weeks, you only talk about your neck pain. Then, as the pain in your neck becomes more tolerable, you start to worry about your knee pain that hasn't improved. So you tell your doctor about your knee pain for the very first time. This is 4 weeks after the accident. He diagnoses torn cartilage and says you need surgery. Guess what the insurance company is going to say? They're going to say you hurt your knee 1 month after the accident and not in the accident, because if you had hurt your knee in the accident, you would have told your doctor about it on the very first visit. But since you waited, then they can blame the knee injury on anything but the accident. This is why you should tell your doctor about every little thing that may be bothering you on the first visit. Also, your prior medical history is a key part of your case. In Florida, if you have a pre-existing injury or condition, you are entitled to recover more money, not less. This is because it's going to be easier to hurt you since you already have a pre-existing condition. And it's going to make your injury even more serious or permanent. That's why it's so important to tell all of your doctors about all of your prior injuries, accidents, and treatments before this accident. I say, don't hide or minimize your pre-existing conditions. Tell your doctors about all of them. And secret number 4, honesty is the best policy. This is one we don't need to tell you, but there are a few people out there who need to hear this. There are cases where the insurance company won't settle, and then the jury gives an outrageously low award at trial. An insurance company won't settle a case if they feel the injuries or damages are being exaggerated. They know if they take a case like that to trial, the jury will punish the injured person for being dishonest. If a case goes to trial, we trust the jury to figure out the truth, and we're honest with them about our cases. And we find that juries reward this kind of honesty with fair and just results. As in all areas of life, honesty is the best policy, and it gets the best results. Secret number 5, insurance companies spend millions of dollars to make the public think that lawsuits are frivolous. The insurance industry has a multi-million-dollar public relations machine that is consistently portraying injury victims and their lawyers as filing frivolous lawsuits in our courts. They want to mislead the public into believing that these cases are about making a profit from injuries, which is blatantly false. They want the public to think that any compensation is undeserved. People who have been injured because of someone else's fault are entitled to fair compensation for their losses. That's the law. That is justice. It's about fixing what can be fixed and helping what can be helped and making up for what can't be fixed or helped. Big businesses want to increase their profits by not having to pay for the damages and injuries they cause. For example, having truck drivers drive too many hours, which endangers everyone on the highway, or by not maintaining tires and brakes and other important safety equipment. Think about what would happen if a law was passed that said no one could ever bring a personal injury claim. Think about how reckless and dangerous companies would be. If they were allowed to escape their responsibility for the accidents they cause and the injuries, damages, and suffering they create, they would have absolutely no reason to be safe. Their only focus is on profits. No one is caring about safety. Fortunately, the law allows injured victims to bring a claim when they suffer damages from a negligent person or company. The purpose of a personal injury claim is to make up and compensate for the damages caused by the negligent parties. It is to encourage people and businesses to be safer by holding them accountable for the damages they cause. These are just some of the secrets the insurance companies hope you don't find out until it's too late. There are many other traps for the unwary. As a lawyer helping thousands of people throughout my career, I hope that by sharing this information, I can help even more people protect their rights. I believe one of the reasons my clients get such good results is that they're well educated about the process of their injury case, and this helps them avoid making costly mistakes. By watching our videos and reading our books, our clients are better able to help protect their rights. And I thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this helpful and will share this valuable information with your friends and family.